What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate each and every single one of you coming by, taking your time to watch these videos. Don't forget, hit the like button. Really appreciate that. Pushing it out to the YouTube algorithm really helps me continue to make more of these videos for you. And appreciate every single one of you that comes and leaves a comment. Now, in today's video, with the markets being just really red across the board, I've had some comments about interoperability, Link, AllianceBlock, Quant. So I wanted to take some time to discuss AllianceBlock, give you guys an update on things and kind of give you my analysis and connect some pieces. Now, some of this is going to be a little higher, tech talk, so I'm going to do my best to really keep it simple, and we're going to discuss, like I said, AllianceBlock, but in particular what they're doing with liquidity mining and how that's going to expand into DeFi, because no doubt, over the next handful of years, 5 years, 10 years, who really knows ultimately, but interoperability and decentralized finance, those types of applications and protocols that are going to rise to the top are going to be the ones that we just make out like bandits with. So without further ado, let's kind of dig into AllianceBlock. Now you see here, AllianceBlock sets up Chainlink price feed to bring AllianceBlock to DeFi. I wanted to point out that AllianceBlock definitely is in that interoperability field, and there's a lot of different solutions, but they do things a little bit differently. AllianceBlock isn't so much trying to do something like what Quant is trying to do, so much as just allowing different DeFi platforms and protocols to exchange data. So you see right here, they've launched their multi-functional utility token, AOBT USD price feed on Ethereum enabled by Chainlink's Oracle technology. So according to the company, the price feed was already implemented in the recently released 2.1 payment portal update for their liquidity mining as a service. And essentially, the price feed helps us provide our clients with the most accurate price information about AllianceBlock, which will help further increase the reach of the token to other AllianceBlock products and even to third-party DeFi platforms. So I mainly wanted to bring this out because they are utilizing, and we're going to talk about Chainlink a little bit as well in this video, but they're utilizing essentially the Chainlink Oracle information so that their clients have a more accurate and up-to-date feed on prices and other data. It allows them to link trustless data. You see here, to help ensure both seamless user experience and increased exposure for our token, establishing a reliable Chainlink price feed that can be implemented not only in our tech but across the industry is a no-brainer. We're excited to leverage Chainlink oracles to bring our native token to new markets, enabling it to be quickly and securely integrated into our ecosystem and across the industry. So they're going after a very large market. Now, I got right here, AllianceBlock deploys the Chainlink price feed, what we just talked about. This is going to give us a little more details on what it actually does. And in particular, like I said, I'm really excited about this liquidity mining as a service. So when you're exchanging data and you have essentially price volatility with different cryptos, you want to have the most accurate and up-to-date information price available. So that's what their bridge and their protocol allows different liquidity mining to happen. Adoption of our liquidity mining and staking product has been growing rapidly since its release in early 2021. Now, side note here, let me just pause and say, a lot of folks are wondering, well, why is AllianceBlock not taking off? Why are we so slow? We got a market cap of 132 million right now. Why is nothing happening? Well, they don't really have a lot of their revenue models online yet. This is going to be, 2022 is going to be the first main year where they are ramping up their revenue from the liquidity mining as a service, as well as bringing new revenue streams online Q2 of this year. I'm sorry, the end of 2022 rather, so the second half of the year. So this is one of their main, if we're looking at adoption, we're looking at use cases, you see here with a number of new and returning clients, dozens of successful campaigns, and up to $60 million USD total locked value in just 2021. So in 6 months, they've got $60 million, their total value locked since 2021. They're offering a new premium version to this platform. So that is essentially meaning new revenue, more revenue to their existing clients. To ensure a seamless experience for our clients, we needed to implement a source of high-quality price data backed by robust Oracle infrastructure. For this, we turned to the most time-tested decentralized Oracle network, Chainlink. Chainlink price feeds actively help secure $75 billion in smart contract value, showing exceptional resilience during high market volatility and network congestion. Now, important to also note as well, I know a lot of people combine and compare Chainlink to Quant and different things like that. Chainlink is you see here, it's a decentralized Oracle network. So they are allowing different blockchains, ecosystems, multi-chain environment, whatever we want to call it, distributed ledgers. They allow those to interact via and have trustless and reliable third-party data. So Quant and things like that, they approach that interoperability a little bit differently. Chainlink is one of those where they essentially are connecting with AllianceBlock so that this decentralized network will have the most accurate and, again, do it in a trustless way. So Chainlink price feeds here can be integrated on AllianceBlock, DEX, wallet, and third-party platforms. The AllianceBlock's native token can now be easily integrated to a number of our products further down the line. For example, we can extend the AllianceBlock price feed to our decentralized exchange or to the future wallet. Now, you see, as we continue, this is actually from their CTO and co-founder, as we continue to build on the success of liquidity mining as a service and roll out new products, it's important we're laser focused on expanding the uses of our platform. Ultimately, we want that because that means more revenue to help ensure both seamless user experience and increased exposure for our token. Establishing a reliable Chainlink price feed that can be integrated not only in our tech but across the industry is a no-brainer. We're excited to leverage Chainlink oracles to bring our native token to new markets. So those oracles will allow that information to be completely reliable and enabling it to be quickly and securely integrated in our ecosystem. So Chainlink is definitely one of those new system. They're going to be an integral part of the new financial system because they allow that decentralized dissemination of data. They're not so much trying to connect and make everything talk together so much as just allowing them to talk together because they can agree on data that is correct. So Chainlink will be that third-party source where their oracles will ensure that blockchain A, blockchain B, or whatever, not even just a blockchain, just any type of system there will be able to ensure that the data transfer, that they can both trust it and rely on it. That is how they're approaching the interoperability, and in particular with AllianceBlock. Now, you see here AllianceBlock's liquidity mining as a service. Let's dig into that and what exactly it is because, again, I'm super excited about this, and their liquidity mining, we're at the beginning of DeFi. DeFi is still so new that it really has the traditional financial system running. They're scared shitless. So I want to definitely continue to see this space evolve, and liquidity mining as a service just in and of itself is just so fascinating. You can basically take different types of currency now and get yields on that. And so AllianceBlock, that they're going to be one of the pivotal players here. Now, you see at the start of 2020, we had just successfully extended our liquidity mining and single-sided staking program to the Binance Smart Chain. So they had, different DEXs running. So basically, this resulted in the launch of liquidity mining as a service as the prime feature of our DeFi terminal platform. Now, LMA, liquidity mining as a service, helps DeFi projects increase the liquidity of their token, better engage with their community, and increase the project's TVL. And the best part, it does so in a way that requires no coding effort, no smart contract knowledge, or other exercise. Projects can simply deploy their campaigns with a couple pushes of a button. This is going to allow in the future, like social tokens and things like that, will allow you to make even more use case and more money essentially from your tokens. Now, got this short little clip here. What exactly is, I'm going to play this real quick for us to see.
AllianceBlock LMAS is a solution for DeFi projects looking to improve their liquidity by offering them a seamless way to create their own branded and customized liquidity mining and staking campaigns for their users. This next-generation, fully audited product requires no code development, Remove the hurdle of setting up campaigns by yourself and focus more on your project development. Get an amazing opportunity to grow your project's bond with your community by locking up tokens through staking. Set up, subscribe, and deploy your pools with our easy-to-use interface. Customize the look and feel of your campaign portal with your project's logo and brand colors.
So cool.
Once the fully audited smart contracts are deployed, with just a few clicks, you can launch your liquidity pools and staking campaigns and get your community to start staking. On top of this, we also offer a solution to bridge between major blockchains to enable users to seamlessly operate across chains. LMAS already boasts a number of new and returning clients who benefited from double liquidity or more for their token within the space of a single campaign. Want your project to benefit too?
So essentially, this is going to bring new use cases and more value, like I said, to things like social tokens. So you could have some type in the future, like I said, if you're like a soccer club, a musician, really any kind of like community, a social community, you can, mint your tokens, get the community engaged and involved, and this is a new way that your community can earn yield on those tokens. I mean, and across blockchains, AllianceBlock is going to be bridging all that liquidity in a way that is completely KYC, AML compliant. They're going to do it in a way that's going to allow $100 trillion worth of capital to come into this market. $100 trillion worth in just imagine what that would look like. Now, I'm not saying that AllianceBlock is going to be $100 trillion, but they're going to be a key part of allowing that liquidity from different ecosystems. I don't even want to use the word blockchain, just ecosystems of value to interconnect and flow more freely. So you see here, after several months of development, they had to test it out. They tested it out with DeFi protocol. So what is that? DeFi protocol, they launched the liquidity mining pool on Ethereum, and soon after, one together with us, a partner pool of their DeFi and AllianceBlock, it gave out both tokens as rewards to users providing liquidity. So they basically, different users supplied their AllianceBlock, their DeFi, maybe another stablecoin, and this immediately showed the flexibility that liquidity mining as a service provided to DeFi projects and how easy it is to launch those joint campaigns. So I think they even do it in a way where it's like white labeled. Now, following DeFi, dozens more clients followed soon after, most returning to extend their campaigns, both staking and liquidity mining, and on multiple networks. Woo, I'm so bullish on that. AllianceBlock, just because of that and how much they're going to be involved in this whole space with staking, liquidity mining. We don't even know all the use cases yet, to be honest. Now, they give an example here. Polka Locker, I've not actually heard of them, has deployed campaigns on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. I think I just butchered that name as well, Polka Locker. Anyway, they're also about to launch one on Polygon. The total value locked of all LMAS campaigns reached 60 million. So really, this is just the future, right? They're developing these new things here, and they're doing it in phases. So we're actually in the 2.2 here with the developing new contracts. But essentially here, to wrap this part up, the 2.2 is on its way, and most of the contract work is already done. Now, they're going to essentially, the rest of their phases through version 3 is just going to expand that liquidity mining. I'm really feeling like this is going to be one of the best revenue models, and it's going to be what allows institutions to get involved, right? They're going to be able to, because they're bleeding right now. I mean, the money, DeFi, if there's not some way where everyone can kind of have a piece of the pie, DeFi is going to kill the traditional financial system, right? Who wants to get a 0.65% yield APY on a damn CD or even a savings account? It's ridiculous. So a lot of this is happening now. What does it do? Well, it lowers the barrier for new projects to come on board, right? And that's really exciting. More campaigns on liquidity mining as a service means more utility. That's what we want. We want more utility. In the beginning, we asked each project to create a liquidity pool with their token and AllianceBlock on Uniswap and lock it for 6 months. So they were saying that in the past, that's what they required, but going forward, each project will need to pay an AllianceBlock in order to gain access to liquidity mining. So they explain all of that, but then I wanted to point out here, furthermore, we will start introducing premium features of projects which can be unlocked after the payment of additional AllianceBlock. Large parts of this revenue go back into AllianceBlock liquidity mining and single-sided staking campaigns, ensuring the long-term viability of our own campaigns. So that's really exciting. And essentially, they're going to continue to push this out, and it's all you see here. For now, we will focus on just EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine compatible protocols, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, but they're also going to extend it to non-EVM compatible networks in the future. What those will be, I don't know exactly, but they're very concerned about the overall user experience. But now let's move on to this. This is actually from an article about a month ago. I've shared this before. This is from their founder here, and essentially, how are they going to do that? They're going to do that in a very compliant way. Like I said, there's not really another solution that out there in the crypto space, right, that is doing what AllianceBlock is doing. According to the fact that the burden of compliance for institutional players is huge, Gadar explained AllianceBlock is basically, they focus on regulatory compliance, which is one of the 3 layers, and we know that. But essentially, you see right here, for individuals to get involved, they must go through a number of KYC checks for each institution that they sign up, creating a large data footprint that must be managed in a compliant manner. Essentially, it takes, you see right here, banks that have inadequate KYC, which is know your customer and due diligence regulations, face fines that run into the billions for enabling illegal activity, while the cost of keeping up with compliance is extremely high. So AllianceBlock is going to allow all of this. They're going to allow these institutions to start taking advantage of liquidity mining, and they're going to do it, you see right here, through their trustless KYC, anti-money laundering, and identity verification product. Allows for institutional and retail players to prove their identity in a trustless manner while letting them retain control of their data. She continued to explain the product can be used by both traditional legacy institutions, aka $100 trillion, as well as DeFi firms as an alternative to the current KYC processes currently on offer. And that's what I've been saying for a while now. We're moving into that hybrid type system. Now, kind of wrap this video up, and I'll do a separate video going into more detail of Chainlink versus Quant and how those different interoperability, what the differences are. But essentially, AllianceBlock, you see here, AllianceBlock's Bridge upcoming cross-messaging protocol, right? And this is essentially, you want to see, in order to allow various types of information to be bridged and open up to even more use cases. It's all about that, all about use cases. However, we decided to change the course of development, instead build a protocol that is abstract and not tied to a specific standard. Implementing the cross-messaging protocol in our bridge will enable the connection between different networks and allow arbitrary data to be exchanged. So they talk about their different ways that they're doing that in their messaging protocol. Interesting note, we've talked about this too. It's built on the Hedera consensus service, right? So that is going to be the consensus mechanism that combined with the Chainlink Oracle network, so that all of these different types of DeFi platforms and different ecosystems can now ensure that the data that they have is 100% reliable and that there's no risk of that information being corrupted, right? And it's going to be, they talk about upcoming use case NFT bridging. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. It's the implementation of the cross-messaging protocol into our bridge will allow us to help many more areas of our industry achieve interoperability. One of them is the exciting world of non-fungible tokens. As they get more popular, they're just going to face interoperability problems. So AllianceBlock is going to allow them to interoperate and exchange value together. You see here the current ERC20 bridge will be migrated to the protocol. They're going to be changing that up. But this is just such an exciting use case to really understand. And again, Chainlink being involved with them, they've been involved with them for a long while. But just to kind of remind you of and how and what they do, they're integrating with that Chainlink so that their oracles combined with the AllianceBlock protocol are just going to allow, really, you see here, designed to automate the conversion of any digital crypto asset into a bankable product. So again, this is just, it's a lot of information I get. And in the future, though, where can we actually see? I know, like right now at 39 cents, to be honest, I'm loading up more. I'm loading up more because this doesn't really even have to do much. I think in 2022 we see 132 million. I see us going to a $2 to $3 billion market cap pretty easy. I mean, that would put us at $3 billion. Just $3 billion would put us at you see $9.06. I mean, you just a 23x. That's insane. And this isn't even, I mean, this isn't like Moon Boy. I don't get into all of that. I want to see what's actually realistic. I want to see use cases. I want to see what's actually happening. And I definitely see AllianceBlock, especially with them ramping up the liquidity mining as a service, bringing value, bridging all these different DeFi projects. I totally see this going. I mean, we could get to $8 billion. You know, look at that. I mean, $7 billion puts us at $21. Would you be happy with a $21 AllianceBlock? I know I would be. I'd be taking some profits for sure. Or actually, better yet, with AllianceBlock, you have all these tokens and you have the value at $21. You can use your AllianceBlock. You can be staking it. You can be using it to yield liquidity on their own platforms. So it's like the use case in the adoption of this. AllianceBlock is I feel like, one of the most undervalued assets right now that you can be picking up. So with all that being said, that's all I got on this video. Appreciate you guys watching here to the 21-minute mark. Go ahead, don't forget to leave a like on this video. It definitely helps. I'm trying to get on up to 2,000 subscribers here in the next 30 days. So I appreciate your help in getting this video out. As you can tell, I get fired up making these videos because I love it. And we'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on AllianceBlock? Are you buying more at 39 cents? Where do you think it would go? I would love to hear your comment. And that's all we got. See you on the next video.